What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and today, guys, I am here to review To Live and Die in LA, this Kino Lorber 4K release. So I got this one in way later. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a review for this one, but I just watched it and I loved the movie. And I'm like, I gotta talk about this on the channel. I don't care when it came out. What the hell? I'm doing it. And yeah, I don't know what it is with me and Kino Lorber. I just cannot seem to get their stuff in on time. If I order it from Amazon, and to be honest, most of the time it's the cheapest on Amazon, so that's the way that I go. I get it in like 3 or 4 weeks later. It feels like it's always been that way though. And then when I order from Kino Lorber, I still get it in late. So I don't know what the answer is. Do I go diabolic? But it's more expensive and I got to pay shipping. So I don't know, guys. I'm just going to get them when I get them. But that's why I don't really review a ton of Kino Lorber stuff, because by the time I get it, like, nobody cares anymore. And it's like 3 or 4 weeks later and I've got other stuff to talk about. But I'm excited to talk about To Live and Die in LA, guys. I'm going to talk about my thoughts on the movie and the transfer, and is this worth picking up for you guys. This is not going to be like a very lengthy review. It's going to be very short. All right, let's go ahead and get into the movie. This came out in 1985, the year I was born. It feels like I've been watching a lot of movies from the year I was born. 1985 was a real banger year, apparently, but directed, of course, by William Friedkin. And I didn't, it's really sad, but you don't realize until the person dies and you're like, I really haven't seen a lot of this person's filmography, or I haven't seen a lot of the movies this person has acted in. I need to try to remedy that. I need to honor this person and go and watch a bunch of their films. And it's sad that it takes a death to do that, but that's kind of me and William Friedkin, because I love The Exorcist. That's my favorite horror film of all time. Beyond that, I've seen Bug, and I think that's the only other William Friedkin movie that I've seen. So I did watch Cruising from Arrow Video. I loved that with Al Pacino, and I got to finally watch To Live and Die in LA because I got the 4K in, which I had always planned to do. But what a fantastic film. Like, I absolutely love this movie. And again, it's just one of those movies that you watch and you're like, where the hell has this movie been my entire life? And the guy that stars in it, you got, I'm trying to get his name, William Peterson. I had recognized him and I was trying to figure out where I'd recognized him. And it turns out he's been in a lot of like CSI shows in the past, and I feel like I had seen him on screen before. It was probably when I was like with my mom or dad watching CSI when I was a kid. So I had seen the guy before, but it's cool, and he's very good in this movie. So I don't know why he didn't. I'm sure he got a good paycheck being on CSI, but it feels like he should have been a bigger star because he's excellent in this movie. And Willem Dafoe in this movie, my God, what an excellent villain in this film. And the thing that I love about this movie is, yes, Willem Dafoe is the quote-unquote villain of the story, but there's so many shades of gray for all of the characters in this film, and you want to root for the hero of the story, but then he just does something so nasty and disgusting and despicable that it's like, you know, screw you, you can die too. And I love stuff like that when there's so many shades of gray that you don't know exactly who to root for in the movie. And there's something that happens like halfway through the film, and you're like, this guy deserves to get everything that's coming to him. The good guy, I'm thinking that about. And there's actually a moment in the film where I actually feel a little bit of sympathy for Willem Dafoe's character as well. So it does that kind of, it plays with you. It plays with your mind a little bit when you're watching it. So I really enjoy this movie. But Willem Dafoe's like an absolute psychopath through like 90% of this film. And he's so good. And everybody knows Willem Dafoe. You know, I grew up with him in Spider-Man. And, you know, he's been in tons of movies. He's been in a lot of A24 movies, The Lighthouse. And I feel like I know a lot of his later acting career. But it's so awesome to get to go back and watch some of the earlier stuff that he did and get to see him when he was younger and kind of full of that youthful energy. Not that he doesn't have energy now, but he is so good in this movie. He's basically a con artist criminal that is making, he's an artist, and he's also making like counterfeit money, like tons of counterfeit money. And he's trying to make deals with everybody to get that integrated into the flow of currency in LA. So he's doing a lot of shady stuff in this movie. You got John Turturro in this film as well, who I always enjoy seeing. Absolutely loved him in Miller's Crossing, which I watched last year. So more early John Turturro stuff I'm seeing, the more I'm realizing that he is an excellent actor as well, and it has been that way for a very long time. He's more than just the elevator guy in Mr. Deeds and the guy in Transformers. This dude can act and has been acting great for years. But just a great cast and group of characters in this movie. Interesting characters, and that's what movies today, for the most part, I don't want to put a broad blanket over all the films that come out today, but it's just, I watch movies nowadays and it's like the story can be interesting, the premise can be interesting, the direction can be fantastic, but the characters, it's so hard to develop these rich, layered characters, or it seems like it is nowadays when you watch a movie. But you go back and watch movies like this, these characters are just so well drawn, they're so fully fleshed out, and they have such rich backstories, and they're also incredibly interesting. And that's everybody in this film, from just small side characters to big lead characters. I'm interested in everything that happens with everybody in this movie for the entire runtime of this film. And William Friedkin, just such great direction. There's such incredible cinematography and shots, and it really just paints LA as this real like dark, dingy, seedy place. And I honestly haven't felt that way about watching a movie in LA, I think, since Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. So I have to think that that movie kind of maybe drawed a little bit of inspiration from this. But yeah, I just love the way that it portrays LA. It's not big and flashy. It's not like a Hollywood type environment. It just paints it as very crime ridden, just very seedy, very nasty, very disgusting. And I loved it. And there's a car chase in this movie that is, and I haven't seen the car chase in The French Connection. A lot of people talk that one up, but you can tell that William Friedkin was trying to do that again, maybe with this movie. And it was so freaking awesome. Like, I love that car chase sequence. And it goes on for like 20 minutes. And then it leads to like the big like turning point of the film, this like huge moment in the movie and this revelation that comes after it. That's just mind blowing. But yeah, I loved everything about this film. So freaking awesome. Everybody's great in it. You know, William Peterson's fantastic, and Willem Dafoe is just so good. And I love the ending. Like, it sticks the landing, and it does something that's very unexpected. And yeah, it just flips everything on its head by the time you get to the end. Now, getting into the transfer here, I'll talk about how this looks. And this is Kino Lorber, guys. This has Dolby Vision, HDR10. It looks fantastic. Native 4K transfer. They've been trying to do this for like the past 2 or 3 years. They just had a lot of trouble working with William Friedkin. But I'm so glad that they got it done, because this thing is gorgeous. Looked absolutely fantastic in 4K. And I'd never seen the movie before. But just looked excellent. The skin tones, facial features, you could just see everything so vividly, so vibrant, that, like I said, the way that it portrays LA, just the skyline and the buildings and just all the shots and stuff, everything looked incredible. And that HDR was just highlighting all of those colors, because this is a very like sun-drenched movie. A lot of it takes place when the sun's going down, when the sun's going up. So it kind of, in a way, kind of feels like a Michael Bay movie in some parts, especially with that car chase stuff that was going on. But all that stuff looked fantastic in 4K. So I can't say enough good things about the 4K transfer. It's honestly one of the better ones that I've seen this year. I would honestly put it, I've just seen a lot of good 4K transfers this year. Maybe top 20 at least. I've watched maybe 50 or 60. It's at least in the top 20. And getting into the audio a little bit, you have the DTS Master Audio 5.1, DTS Master Audio 2.0. So you have 2 audio options here. You also have an audio commentary with the director, William Friedkin, which I imagine is an older audio commentary. So for me, everything sounded great. Like I said, that car chase sequence, when it's like all the cars are revving up and everything's crashing and burning, all that stuff was just kicking my sound system into high gear. So very, very immersive was the sound in this movie. And the score, that's maybe the one criticism I'll have on this movie. Not that I didn't like the score, but the score felt very like Beverly Hills Cop, more mainstream Hollywood movie around this time than I would have liked. I would have liked it to be just a little bit more, they had a little bit more of like a synthwave style score to it. I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But not that I didn't like the score. I'm not saying I didn't like the music, but the music to me didn't quite fit the feel and the vibe of the film, if that makes any sense. I don't know if anybody else agrees. Let me know in the comment section below. But sound across the board to me was fantastic. All the special features in here are from previous releases. I think most of them are from the Shout Factor release that came out a number of years ago. But they're all fantastic special features. You have Taking a Chance, interview with actor William Peterson, Renaissance Woman in LA, interview with actress Deborah Furrer, I'm sorry guys, Doctor for a Day, interview with actor Dwyer Brown, So in Phase, Scoring, To Live and Die in LA. Wrong Way, the stunts of To Live and Die in LA. Interview with stunt coordinator Buddy Joe Hooker. And that's the thing, guys. Stunt coordinator. This movie has tons of action, has tons of drama. It's really just the all-in-one package. And you also have a documentary here, Counterfeit World, The Making of To Live and Die in LA. So yeah, guys, I absolutely love this movie. Deleted scenes, alternate ending, and I think it's fantastic. You also get to, I'll do a little bit of an unboxing here. I love the cover. I know this is the original poster art, but it's just a great cover. And I'll show off the case real quick. And you get 2 discs in here. You get the Blu-ray and you get the 4K. So just a great release from Kino Lorber. I absolutely love this movie, and I just wanted to talk about it. I know the release has been out for a while, but it's still available now. You can get it on Amazon for $27.99. I will leave that link down below in the description. So thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.